Hey everybody, back with another video for a haul again today. Like I said, my wife and I went back to Gator Music, which is in Sumter, and picked up some stuff. A couple of good finds and some needs that I had to get. Oh, 1 second. So, I'm going to start first with the stuff that my wife picked out. And one of the ones that she picked out was, let's see if I have a year on the back of this or not. Anyway, the album is Synchronicity by The Police. And let me see if I can find out what year it is by opening this thing up a little bit. Let's see. We got 1983 was the year this one came out. I'm not necessarily a Police fan, but apparently her mom used to have this, I think, on 8-track, so holds a lot of sentimental value for her. She listens to a lot of stuff I listen to, but some of the stuff she likes is kind of off the wall for me, and vice versa for her too, as well. Found out yesterday she's not a Sammy Hagar fan, solo or Van Halen, so that was interesting. Alright, so that's one that she picked up. I think she picked up 3. And then she picked up the 1987 cover album by Metallica, Garage Days. Cover EP, however you want to call it. So that definitely would have had to be in the collection anyway, but she picked that up. And then, I think this is the last one she picked up, or I could be wrong. I think the rest might be mine. Yeah, I think the rest are mine. Anyway, so she picked up the 20 Greatest Hits Creedence Clearwater Revival. And I don't know if this is any different. Yeah, this is the same one I had on cassette, actually, at one point. Chronicle, which I actually had on cassette and CD at some point, and this came out in, let's see, I don't know if it's going to say what year it came out or not. Let's look at one of the discs and see if it's got it. 1976 is when this came out, and it's a double LP. Obviously. And get that to go in there. That way I can show you the inside part. Those are the 3 that she picked up. Right offhand, I don't know exactly how many I picked up. I think I picked up 5. So that would be 8 combined with the 32 I counted yesterday, I think, to give a total of 40. Alright, so a couple of these I had planned on getting. So I knew, because I was getting them to fill some holes that I had, obviously because I just started business, so I knew it was going to have to be in my collection. And then I kind of stumbled on a couple other ones. One of the ones I stumbled on, I was very surprised. I picked up Riot Live. This came out in 1982. I got this for $7. And it's got Hard Loving Man, Showdown, Loved by You, Lone Shark, Restless Breed, and Swords and Tequila, which is actually my favorite Riot song. I got into these guys probably about 12 years ago or so, 12 or 11. The guy I was working with when I was working security made me a copy on CD of Restless Breed, and I was pretty much hooked on them ever since. So I thought this was a really good find. I never heard of this, and apparently, as the packaging says, it's a limited edition. So, okay, so one of the needs I was going to have to fill at some point, I decided to go over what I have been normally spending. I kind of came in with a budget of like 50, and that didn't work out. But that's okay, because these ones are going to have. The second album, 1981, from Iron Maiden, Killers. This was the last album that Paul Di'Anno was on vocals, and the first album that they brought in Adrian Smith on guitar. So, this was a very important get. Another one that I knew I was going to have, already kind of planned out that I was going to pick up, was my second live album and my first Priest album, Unleashed in the East. And this is obviously got a few less songs than what the remastered version has, but it starts off with Exciter, and you got the Ripper, Sinner, Victim of Changes, essentials in anybody's collection. So I figured, since I was going out and I knew I was going to get a couple of essentials, not really caring what they were going to cost, I went ahead and picked this up as well. This came out in 79, I think. Yeah, 1979. They were on the Killing Machine or Hellbent for Leather tour, whichever one you want to call it. I had two different album names. This next one, knew I was going to have in, obviously, because it's my favorite record by this band, which is And Justice for All by Metallica, 1988. I also had this on cassette at one point, and I've had it on CD as well before. So I figured there was about 3 or 4 different copies. So this was the cheapest one. It was like 16 bucks. I did not actually anticipate getting this one. And then another one which has a very interesting story behind it. I wasn't intending to pick up. It just kind of happened. When I opened my Dock and Underlock and Key album, in the back was an album sleeve that didn't contain an album. It was the album sleeve for Triumph, The Sport of Kings. So, in looking through the bargain part first, which was where I went, I think after I read Unleashed in the East, because I knew I was going to get that one, I actually found the record that went with it. And it's got some fingerprints and stuff I'm going to have to clean up before I actually play this one. I got it for like a couple bucks. But I figured that the album sleeve and the album kind of deserved to be reunited, and might as well be reunited in my hands, since I was telling this to Chris Volan and told him that I thought I had got a record for free, and he was like, well, that would have been a pretty good record to have for free. And he actually had a couple of other copies of this that were on the main shelves, not in the discount bin. So to get this for less than those was pretty cool. So anyway, some Triumph, Metallica, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Riot, Creedence, and of course some Police. So those are my hauls for today. Won't be doing any record shopping probably again until next week, because I go back to work. So I'm supposed to be getting a couple packages before then, so I'll probably do a video for those. Something might come in Thursday and something else might come in Saturday. I know what one of them is, I don't know what the other one is. But they're all going to be a surprise to you. So anyway, that's my haul for today, and everybody take care and God bless.